Yay! Oh, one of these days, I'm going to have the perfect prepared little da-da-da, hello. Ooh, what if they had like little sparklers and fireworks and things that shot off like when the thing started? To me, that would be amazing. I have to like create a whole graphic and everything. So one of these days I will do that. But hello, everybody. My name is Abby. I'm of AV Tarot Reading. I'm this weird, rambunctious, funny little tarot lady with broad ass shoulders and very, very big hair. But I think of myself as very much the tough love style of tarot reader. So I tend to tell you the truth, regardless as to what you happen to think about it. But I try to do it from a kind place. So even if I say something crass and a little bit brash with an SH, it always is with love. It's always with love, darlings. I have Melissa, my wife and partner in crime. Do you want to no, you don't. She sometimes hops over and does the wave, but we're not doing that today. We also have some booby traps here on the floor. So that's probably the reason why she doesn't want to face plant before anything happens. Before I go too much further, I want to make sure that I can be heard. So I see that some people are coming in already, and I love seeing that. So tonight, you guys, definitely let me know if you can hear me, and I'll keep, streaming on. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so the game plan for today. Today is January 29th. It is a Wednesday. I read from 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, my time here, till 9. If you come in after that timeline, I'm not going to be pulling cards for your questions anymore. So we're limiting it just to this hour of time, but I'll read for as many questions as possible. Melissa is kind of our moderator. I think of her as executive producer. She she does the details and hands me the questions and likes to drop bombs of questions on me sometimes. I'm like, how do I don't know. Let's figure that out. So she's going to handle the questions end of it for me so that I can read exclusively for you here. So she's going to talk to you via the chat. I'm going to be talking to you here. If you have put your question in and for some reason we don't get it, it is not because we skipped it. We are trying to give a broad variety of questions to everyone. So we like to make sure we get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little from the beginning, a little from the end, just to make it well-rounded so that overall it's fairish. We're not aiming first come first serve, but more just like variety. So that's the general game plan. The first 30 minutes are card readings. I'll be pulling Rider-Waite. So those will be the card readings I'll be doing for you this evening. We'll do a quick stop to cover any news, any updates, any just conversation pieces. We'll read again for another 15, and then we'll end the evening doing super fast flash readings where I pull a card, read the card, move on to the next question, pull a card, read a card, move on to the next question. So it's really fast, and it tends to, I feel like I'm a better reader when I'm working quickly. So it, to me, puts me right back into intuition mode instead of thinking so hard about what it is I'm actually looking at. What am I connecting to? What does this feel like? It's just going. All right, so let me get shuffled. Oh, while I'm doing that, I totally want to hop in and say hello to see who is here. So I already saw some familiar names flying through. Oh, you guys. Yes, it is still Aquarius season. I want to know your signs. We did a little bit of that last week, but I didn't chime in again. I was slow to remember that I was asking anybody their signs, and I want to stay in the know of who you are. What's your signs? Tell me about yourself. I like knowing about you. Kendra, I love that you're here. Oh, Kenna, I'm glad. Lori, she's, yes, I have stories about Lori. Well, not about Lori, with Lori for days. There we go. The real Ebony Jones, I'm glad to see you here. Let's see. Oh my gosh, we have people already starting to ask their questions. I love it. Yay. Cool beans, you guys. So just to kind of give you a heads up on the type of questions that I read for, I will generally read on almost, and I mean almost anything. The things that I may not cover is specifically, is your husband cheating? Is your boyfriend cheating? Those kind of questions, it's like when you get to that point where you're asking that question, your heart is really, really raw and open. And I don't think your heart deserves to be on display for everyone to look at and judge too harshly, because we already do that. It's, you know, it's fun to judge. Come on now, we all do it. But let's not go out of our way to judge open wounds is kind of where I'm coming from that. So I will totally answer or work on those questions privately with one-on-one sessions. I will not read about your death, so let's not ask about that. However, I will read about people who have passed. So that's the caveat and where the line is. Don't ask me about your death, but after someone's passed, I will read for days. So those are, as of right now, my only kind of like hard lines. I probably won't go there. If another one shows up, you'll know as soon as I do if I will read for that topic or not. Question wise, keep it to one question per comment. It makes my life so much easier, because otherwise I'll have to chop your question apart and I may not get to the other portion of that. Anything else? Ooh, specifics. The more specific your question, the better an answer I can give you. So if you give me general questions, I will give you general answers. So I like getting kind of chewy and into the details. Let me cough for a sec. Excuse me, I forgot I have a mute button and I totally could have used it just then. I will next time. I will next time. Scusi. There we go. I got it all worked out. Anyway, as I was saying, if I think I remember, yes, specific questions. The more specific a question you give me, the more specific an answer I can give you back. When you get general, I give general, and it's just not nearly as fun as something detailed, something chewy, something more exacting to what you're trying to know. We can go like profound life esoteric questions. We can also go like, hey, what does my cat think of me? So any kind of spectrum, whatever works for you. I like all sorts of questions, you all. So I'm going to switch over. I'm going to go ahead and hop over out of the comments. I'll come back and visit in just a moment. But I'm going to stay out of the comments so I don't get distracted as I'm reading. And Melissa, when she is ready, she's going to find a question, pull it for me while I'm shuffling my cards. Okay. Move stuff out of the way. Yay.
Scenario is new.
Sonaria! One that is a gorgeous name. Like, whoever gave you that one, if you named yourself, you did a brilliant job. If your mama named you, like most of us, I like your mom. Mm-hmm. Should I start a career as an artist industry? As an artist industry? Ooh. Do we happen to know what kind of artist? Are we thinking music? Are we thinking makeup? Are we thinking artist industry? I wonder what type. So while I'm shuffling, if you can throw in your answer to that part of the question, I think that'll lend me some details that I need as to what type of artist you're aiming for. Artist industry. Can you keep an eye out for her? Music? Ooh. Music. Cool! All right, my dear. Did you know I used to work in music back in the day? When I was a youngin' and I had ambitions. Yeah. I spent some years in the music studio and all the mess. And all the stuff. Let's see. Should we start a career in music? Should we start a career in music? Should we? Is it in your best interest? Let's go that way. Is it in your best interest? So what I'm going to do is pull 6 cards. That generally gives me a good idea of your situation and also kind of like the best advice that shows up in that kind of scenario. Should I begin a career as an artist performer in the music industry? Wonderfully specific. So that is an example of what specifics look like. I love that. Okay. Should I begin a career?
Nana named me, sir.
Oh, Nana. I love that. Aw. Okay, last shuffle. Gotcha. Should we begin a career? Oops. Should we begin a career? Okay, my dear. Looking at the cards that I have, and I'll do a little mix of show and tell and kind of, yeah, that's what we'll do. So first bit of cards that I have for you is there we go, 9 of Pentacles reversed. I also have the 8 of Wands reversed for you and the Page of Swords. So to me, this is the first kind of like top layer of information that is coming to me about this game plan that you're thinking of and about this idea that you have. What I'm feeling from you or from this situation so far is already how attractive the music industry looks to you, how you're feeling like the draw to it, the pull to it, the intoxication of it, the glory of it, the sparklies and the lights. Like there's that performer element to you that that's in your bloodstream. Like it's part of your DNA. It's part of what makes you you. It's part of what you like. I feel like you very well can, and if you want to, then should do exactly what you want. So I'm not going to tell you not to. Okay. In addition, I have Temperance, Temperance reverse. There we go. She'll show up eventually. There we are. And 10 of Wands, along with the, what is it, 7 of Pentacles. So to me, these 3 are all talking about the amount of patience that you're going to need to do this career. So my best like wisdom that is coming through that is talking to you about your sense of patience, because if you're jumping in, like jump in with the understanding that it is not an overnight thing. Yeah, it can happen overnight, and we'd love it when it does. Go into it with the love of the performing, with the love of reaching and touching music souls. Like that, there's a spiritual thing that happens when you're playing music, when you're doing music, when you're entertaining, that doesn't happen anywhere else. So go into it with the love of that, because if you're aiming for attention, or if you're aiming for fame and glory, if you're aiming for some of the, what do you call it, the frosting of the entertainment industry, you may end up getting disappointed when you start to realize how much work it takes to get to where you want to go. But there is absolutely nothing that says that you can't do it. So if that is what you want for yourself and that you want out of yourself, then put in the work, put in the grind, have the patience, have the connections, start anywhere and start going. So if you are wanting to begin a career as an artist and performer in the music industry, then always you should go in with both feet, hop in, go have fun, enjoy it, feel it out, experiment, play, be the best that you can freaking possibly be. So I will always say yes to that. I will always say yes to that. The bit of wisdom is your sense of patience. I know that we're going to want it tomorrow. We're going to want it yesterday. It being like, no, we all want to be a Beyonce, but sometimes we have to start out as Tamia, sometimes it takes a little bit to get up there. But yeah, explore, have fun, get in it and go. Go in there, dear. Go in there. But thank you so much for that question. If you have any other questions, feel free to throw them back in. And again, the same rules apply. Be specific. Throw them in again. I might get them on the second go around. But yeah, we'll just keep reading so long as we have questions. But yeah, the real Ebony Jones. I want to ask about me and your ex Kendrick again. Is this going to get worse or better? I'm sorry. I hope it gets better. We like better, right? Let's see. So you're not giving me a whole ton of specifics. So I'm only just reading worse or better. So not so much in regards to details, but worse or better is all that I'm aiming for right now. So let's see. Let's pull 6. And welcome. Thank you. Melissa's so good about like, welcome them back. I will. So thank you so much for coming back, dearie. Let's see. Let's get you some shuffles here. Is this with Kendrick going to get worse, or is it going to get better? It's going to get worse or going to get better? The first thing I'm hearing is it's going to get worse before it gets better. So that's a bit annoying because I know we want a little bit more certain than that. Okay. Is it going to get worse or is it going to get better? Let's see what shows up. Yay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm inclined to stick to my original statements with a caveat, and I'll show you the caveat that I'm talking on. So to me, the Queen of Wands, or for me, Queen of Wands, along with the 10 of Swords and the 3 of Wands. So this whole situation is like when the Queen of Wands shows up, that's a very confident woman, or often a woman, a confident person that is someone who's a little over the top in the personality. I'm sometimes very Queen of Wandsy. So there's an example. When it comes to the 10 of Swords, though, that's kind of the end of a cycle. That's complete annihilation. It is done. And then the 3 of Wands after that is like the planning, the scope, the looking out over the horizon to observe what is here. The thing with this card, though, is that the back is facing the viewer. So my thought is that it may continue to get worse, and then you may have okay, we're done. Or it feels like one of you is going to do the turnaround, like, okay, we're good. And then there's the Hangman, who's all about acceptance, King of Cups, mastery of emotions. And then you have the Tower. So that is very reminiscent of like when you lose a job, when you lose something, when the rug gets ripped out from underneath your feet and you feel like everything is crumbling around you. That's that space. So it very well could be a breakup. It very well could be a partition or separation between two of you. So my thought is that it is likely to get worse, and then you two will disconnect. If you get better, let's pull another sex if it'll actually get better for you. I'm just gonna pull right off the top. Will it get better? I think you two have a lot of shifting and growing that needs to occur before you're going to be able to come to this relationship in kind of like a stable, mature, functional, this is how relationships work together instead of against each other. The additional cards that came up for me was the 6 of, what are those wands? There we go. I have the 4 of Pentacles reversed. So that's a lot of fear and anxiety and insecurity, and the 5 of Wands. So to me, those are like bickerings and like petty fighting, and you know, just that, like, this again is kind of the feeling about it. Like, are we really going to talk about, or we're going to argue about this again scenario? I feel like when there is a separation, it does give you the opportunity to begin to kind of study and reevaluate your ideas, your thoughts, who you are as a person, who you are as a woman, how you are in relationships, how you are in relation to this person or to someone else in general. So it very well could be Kendrick or maybe somebody else showing up. So I like when that card shows up for couples, because it's like there's this knight in shining armor that may show up, or it may be, you know, your person, your current. So the last card that came up for me was the, what do you call this? 9 of Swords, a reverse. So that's kind of like the nightmare that's finally coming to an end. So in my less than humble opinion, it looks like it's going to get worse if it gets better. And I don't think there's going to be a better, at least not as of yet. Now, caveat, everything is written in sand, not stone. So if you decide, nope, I do not accept this, I'm going to improve my relationship, I'm going to improve the relation that I have with this person, work on yourself, work on each other, decide right now that this is, that we're going to fix this, or we're going to work on this, or we're going to mature and grow now instead of waiting for this to fall apart, and see what happens. So you can use this information to change what's going to go on instead of just accepting what is. So thank you for your question, the real Ebony Jones. And if you have any others, throw them in for me. Throw them in. But thank you, Melissa. Partner in crime, Rose. How was my weekend? How was my weekend? Oh my gosh. What did we do? Hustle. Yeah, we we hustle. I listed cards. What did I do? Okay, so hold on. Monday, I have school. Tuesday, I know that's not the weekend, but I'm kind of backtracking here. So Tuesday, I have tarot at both locations. So, okay, so tarot, school, Sunday. What did we do Sunday? I did not have a fair. Oh, my son went to go visit a friend, and so we worked, right? And then Saturday, what did we do Saturday? This is what happens when you work from home, okay? You lose all your benchmarks. So what's today? I don't know what it is. Hold on. I don't remember. I know we went thrifting. We always do. Because what we do in addition to Tarot Land, my wife and I are also resellers. So we have a business that we run e-commerce online. And so we're shopping. We're finding items. We're making connections. We're visiting with friends. I feel like we did have a reseller meetup. What else did we do?
I don't know, but Vicky has a question.
Vicky has a question. Thank you. Hi, Vicky. I hear news. Well, I hear the news I want to hear at tomorrow's appointment. Oh,
Vicky's the one who you read for locally.
Oh,
Hi, Vicky.
Vicky. Hi, hon. Aw, as Melissa just reminded me that I read for you in person. I didn't recognize your Facebook icon, so my apologies for that. But I love. Aw, you were such a sweetheart. You were such a sweetheart and so fun to read for. So thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with me today. So you have some news. I feel like you just got a little giddy. So thank you for that. That felt good. You want to know if you're going to hear the news you want to hear at tomorrow's appointments. Okay, let's see what's going on. So again, your question's a little bit on the vague side, so we're not going too deep into specific. If you need something more specific, just reach out. You know how to find me. Are you going to hear the news you want to hear? Let's pull 6 and see what shows up. You're going to hear the news that you want to hear. You're going to hear the news that you want to hear. let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a mixed bag, darling. Let's see. So 5, 6, 7 of wands. So to me, that's like you kind of rallying the troops, trying to keep a brave face, essentially, is kind of what that feels like. And then like high emotions, heavy emotions. It doesn't feel fearful or fretful. So it feels like, oh, okay, good. And then I have the 4 of wands. So it's almost, and 4 of wands reversed. So it's almost like, yay, it's a celebration, but now there's a little bit of work that needs to happen, or a little bit, it's like the party doesn't get to last very long, if that makes sense. So I have the 4 of cups along with the 3 of pentacles and justice reverse. So I think you may hear the news that it's like it reminds me of a court case where where you're here, not guilty, but you have a whole ton of promotion, not guilty. What is it? You hear that you're not going to jail. And I'm not saying you are going to jail, my dear. It's just the example that's coming to mind. It feels like a court case when you find out that your punishment isn't nearly as bad as you was dreaming that it would be. Like there's no jail time. There's no like anything you going away, but that there is a ton of probation. And now you have like anger management to go to on top of. So it's like, it's a celebration. Like, yeah, I don't go to jail, but crap, now I have to, I'm accountable to this bastard for 18 months or whatever it happens to be. So it kind of has that little feel to it where it's, yeah, but kind of. Yeah, I hope that makes some sort of sense. Some sort of sense for you, Vicky. But yeah, if you need something a little bit more specific to that, either throw your question back in or reach out to me directly, Val. But thank you for it. Thank you for that question. All right, Britt, the path I'm on, I'm going down, and my surroundings. Okay, sorry, maybe I'm misreading. The path that I am going down and my surroundings are they hindering me from where I need to be, the direction I need to be going in. Am I letting others' life hold me back? That's a really good question, if I understand it correctly. Are you letting others in your life hold you back? If you feel like you are, then probably. The path that you're going on in your surroundings, are they hindering me from where I need to be? Only if you let them. But let's pull some cards and see like what the cards, because you don't just want to hear my bubbing face. You want some cards. Let's hear some cards. So Britt, let's talk about the situation. Oops, that's cool. Some cards hopped out for me, so we'll look at those in a second. Okay, so I have cards for these. They're just flying out of the set. So let's see what's going on first. Oh, that's cool. That was right on. So I'm organizing my life down here for just a moment. Thank you for your patience. So your question, are they hindering me from where I need to be? Okay, so the first set of cards, and I'm going to show you and kind of talk you through this a little bit. So I have the 6 of Wands along with the Devil reversed and then the Queen of Swords. So to me, if that is in relation to your question of are things in your surroundings holding you back, I feel like it's kind of. It's not a physical person that is holding you down and saying you can't do this. It's you listening to this situation or to this surrounding, or you listening, giving the situation too much credit, too much clout, and that is weighing on you. And so the great part about that is you can decide to not listen. You can decide to not hold those burdens or those that luggage. What is that weight? You don't have to hold that weight. Baggage, that excellent word. Thank you. You don't have to hold that baggage, hon. When the Devil shows up reversed, it's kind of to me like addictions and fears and insecurities and things that yank you around. And then writes it up. That's what that is. When it's reversed, it's like that near caustic, almost self-induced neurotic fear that tends to show up. And when the Queen of Swords shows up with that, I kind of think that sometimes that's like a parental influence. Sometimes like you have that parent or that authority figure that has perpetually told you can't do, I think of her as shaking her finger about you can't do it. And it's only, she's fearful herself. That's what makes her so spiteful. That's what makes her so a grumpy pants, if we want to call her that. In addition, let's see, I have the Page of Wands. I also have the 4 of Pentacles 10 of Cups, and we're going to throw in Wheel of Fortune. So the first three, Page of Wands, students, you're learning that you have the ability to shift, to change, to do as you so please. I think you're still battling a bit of fear and a bit of trying to get outside of your own way is how I feel about that. Because he's the only one that's holding on to his money, his tangible things. He's fearful that it's going to go away. So there's a whole other like end of that conversation that takes like 19 days to square out. So I'm not going to throw you through that. But the great thing is that you still end up on a 10 of Cups. So if you figure out a way, and maybe that's something that you and I can work on directly, if you can figure out a way to let this stuff, whatever it is that you feel like is holding you back, and you can push that away to allow yourself the freedom that you're aiming for, you can be this overjoyous, this super happy family. You can be this super high energy, amazing, spirited, all that. Like that is available to you. And it's often just of your own creation. You don't have to have everything that you've ever wanted in your life to be upbeat and amazing. You can just create amazing for yourself, and then you start to feel it. And then more amazing shows up for you. And that's part of the Wheel of Fortune, is that things are always changing. So whatever it is that you're feeling right now, do not worry, honey, it will change. It would always change. That is the only thing that does not change, is that change is always coming. It is always going. It is always spinning. Change will occur no matter what. You don't have to worry about that one. So wherever it is that you are right now that makes you feel so discontent, don't worry, it's going to change. Thanks a lot. Good to hear. Good to hear, my dear. Yeah, I totally want to hop into comments real quick. I just want to say hi. Hold on, that's the wrong button. Okay. It's like, I don't know. Okay. Oh, Christina, I'm so glad that you're here. Miss Alvarez. Oh, yay. Lori, my Lori's here. Who else is saying hello to me? Mika. Oh, I see you, dear. Oh, I love the Virgos. Yes. I forgot again. We talked about the signs for a moment ago. You all, I still want to know your signs. I want to know more about you. I see a couple of Virgos in here, and I've actually realized I like Virgos. You guys are nice. Libras and I get along really well. The real Ebony Jones is a Gemini. Do I have Gemini? Wow. Do I have a Gemini in my moon? I think. Is that what we decided?
I can't remember.
My moon. I think my moon's in Gemini. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up again. I love Aries, you guys. So I'm an Aries. If you can't tell, I'm an Aries. All right. So I love all these comments and all these people, you guys. Can I just hug all of you like at once? All 67 of you that are here. Just spread group hug. Yes. I'm giving group hugs, you guys. So yes, arms out, hug yourself, hug me. Hug the person next to you that you don't know about, and hug the metaphysical whatever. So just hugs. Okay. Anyway, let me hop out of here before I get distracted. Too far distracted. How about that? All right, Janelle, do you see financial security in my future? Let's look into it. Financial security. Okay. Let's see. Let me grab my cards and shuffle. Do I see financial security in your future? I find financial security in your future. Thinking through it, kind of feeling around in your situation, seeing what's going on, but let me also pull some cards for you. So I see financial security in your future. Financial security. What I'm feeling, first off, as I'm shuffling cards, is that there is a leak in your finances somewhere. So I would love if you're able to check your bank statements, check your finances, check your credit card, whatever it is that is sucking money away from you. That might be something that you need to attend ASAP. All right, let's see what else. 3, 4, 5, 6. First off, is coming to your finances in a state of fear is going to keep this whole scenario happening for you. So you actually have to shift the relationship that you have with money before your money situation improves. And the main reason I'm bringing that up is because one of the cards that showed up for you was the 4 of Pentacles reverse. This guy has a shit ton of fear. He's kind of like over my dead body. He's scared. He's nervous. He doesn't feel abundant. He feels fearful, and he is feeling lack. He feels like the bills are never going to get paid. He feels like people are always trying to take his money. He feels like there's never enough to go around. that working in that energy keeps money away from you. So as a first tidbit, law of attraction in relation to abundance is a great thing to work on, especially when you're concerned about your financial security. Backtracking, I have the Seven of Swords for you, along with the Hangman reverse and the Chariot. So I like where this first top part is going, because I feel like those things that are kind of walking off, because, okay, so this guy has snuck in, has grabbed a few swords, and he's snuck out. So it's like the things that are going on for you financially, I feel like you're starting to like notice, like, what's that? Where you're starting to see the lacks or the gaps in your education or in your knowledge regarding your finances, and you're starting to do something about it. So I love that you're doing that. And if you're not, then you're gonna. The Eight of Wands, speed and momentum. So I feel like once you've gotten a handle on what it is that you need to work on financially for your portfolio, for your lifestyle, for whatever it is it happens to be for you, you're then shifting. Like, it's immediate shift. You're then becoming the Hierophant, or getting the Hierophant's time and effort and attention. So this person is usually an authority figure of some sort. So it can be like a mentor, it can be a fiduciary, it can be anybody that you feel like is in a has more knowledge regarding finances, or whatever area in your finances that you're aiming to talk about. That's that person. So it's like, if your question is, do I see financial security in your future? Yes, because I feel like you are full speed running into taking care of the things that were holding you back financially, is where I'm going with that. So yes, my dear, I think yes. Now, as a tidbit, maybe add a timeline. If you do this question again, or thinking about it for yourself, financial security, what does it mean for you? What kind of timeline are you thinking of? A year, 5 years, 10 years? And maybe set some goals and see how that turns out for you. But that was the Abby, not the cards. That was the Abby. Thank you so much for that. All right, Letitia, I have 2 daughters, and I've always wanted a son. Do you see a son in my husband and I's future? I've never pulled for that question before. Let's see what shows up. I have no clue on that. Let's see, because I know, like, what do you say? Chromosomes that determine biological gender. Like, I've never pulled for that. Let's see what shows up, though. Let's see what shows up for us. So a card hopped out of the set for me. So that's fun. Let's shuffle. Is there a son coming for you too? Is there a boy? Is there a boy? Let's see. Last shuffle. Is there a boy? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the cards that I have for you, I have the 5 of Swords upright. I have the Hierophants, along with the Ace of Pentacles. So first off, this regarding pregnancies, it doesn't feel sunny, like a sun E. It doesn't feel like a boy, just as of yet. I have the 8 of Swords and the Page of Pentacles reversed, along with the Ace of Cups. The Page of Pentacles is the only kind of male figure that I see, and this is often referred to. No, it's the other one. This could be possibly a masculine card or signifying a male, but it being reversed, I'm more inclined to think of it kind of like, if it's a boy, it hasn't decided it's going to be a boy yet. And so it's more of like being happy with whatever shows up. It's like, it's an Ace of Cups. So being mindful. 5, 6, 7, 8 of Swords reversed. So that's the card that's kind of sticking to me right now and thinking about this situation for you. Is a son in your future for your hubby and I almost feel like you're praying for it, or you're going to end up praying for it, and you're trying to do all the what do you call it? The folklore and the traditional, like, if you do this, you get a boy kind of thing. So it's like, I can see you doing the daydreaming about a son, the hoping for a son, the pre-planning for a son. I think the feeling that I'm having is that the child will present themselves and it'll probably be a girl. And then you'd be like, well, I love you anyway. And then just love on the kid exactly as they are. And then you just, that's just what it is. So it doesn't feel super masculine. It doesn't feel like a son is going to grace you, but it does feel like another child very well could show up, and you're going to love the child anyway. So regardless as to what happens, if you get pregnant and you find out it's a son, let me know, because I want to know this now. And then if it's a daughter, I totally want to see that, and I'm going to send you something girly. Oh, I don't know. Let's pretend that she likes, ooh, I'm going to send you like science kits, and then what is something in like crystals? There we go. Science kits and crystals. That's what I'll send for the baby gift. That's what I'm sending you, Letitia. All right. Thank you so much for your question. All right, Kay Monique. Hi. My interview now. I just wait for an email. Do you think I got the job? Ooh. Okay. Well, awesome that you've had the interview. Do I think you have the job? Let's see what shows up for you. Ooh, job anxieties, honey. I understand that one all too well. I spent a lot of time doing job hunting stuff before I, excuse me, Fuzz, before I decided that I tacking my face, before I decided that I was going to go into tarot land. I call it tarot land. All the esoterics around tarot and stuff, tarot land. But yeah, the whole point that I was trying to give you a story on is that I did a lot of job hunting as a designer before I decided, you know what, I'm going to listen to the universe as they are slamming door and door and door and door in my face and hop into cards full time. And it's been a wonderful love affair ever since. But since we're talking about Monique and not me, let's pull cards for her and see if she got the job. Let's see if you got the interview. Got the job. Let's see if you got the job. Did Kay Monique get the job? Last shuffle. Did Kay Monique get the job? Did Kay Monique get the job? Do-do-do, 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 do-do-do. My dear sweetheart, let's see. So the King of Swords reversed. I have the Lover's card and the Four of Pentacles. In addition, I have the Wheel of Fortune reverse, along with the Four of Cups, and then the Page of Pentacles. Huh.
She said it's a job as a
flight attendant. Okay. Ooh, my nosy itches. You didn't hear that. I'm just gonna. No wonder there's so much of it reverse. So I like the perspective. Did you get it? Okay, so Hannah, I'm going to say that I don't feel like the decision has been made as of yet if you have it or not, or if you're going to get it or not. It is very much in this limbo state. Like, I feel like there's another something that has to happen before we're going to know for sure. So I don't know if they're waiting on like a background check or if they're waiting on something else. Like, I honestly don't know anything about the flight attendant industry or whatever we'd like to call that to kind of help navigate that situation. I feel like you're waiting. There's a bit of waiting for this whole situation. So I have the Four of Cups along with the Four of Pentacles. So that's kind of like that fearful waiting as you're getting nervous that they're not going to show up. They're not going to email. They're not going to call. But the thing that kind of leads me to being hopeful is that the Lover's card showed up for you. So to me, that's like partnerships and working together. And I love that that's an angel. So maybe you're in the sky, kind of thing. Page of Pentacles reverse. I feel like if you get the job, it's a job you know how to do. You've done it before. It feels like you've done it before. You'll take to it like you've done this a million years, kind of thing. It is changing it. The Wheel of Fortune to me is like that thing that's always changing for you. So I don't feel like you're not going to get it, but I definitely don't feel like it's solid yet. So I would give a big question mark and maybe. And I like more specifics than that. So it kind of drives me nuts that there's not a yes or no on this. Ooh, hold on. I forgot. I have a technique for this. All right. This will be the only one I do this because this takes a moment. All right. Kay Monique. There we go. Kay Monique. Kay Monique. Is Kay Monique going to get this job? Okay.
It's like I'm currently one now.
You are one now? Okay. So yeah, it's like you'd hop right in. You'd know how to do it. Oops. I'm throwing cards everywhere. One card that hopped out was the, Six of Wands. So that's a nice celebratory card. I am going to do this. Okay. So I'm going to get the job. Okay. Just a sec. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It is still very maybe. So even the little shindig that I just did for you is basically pulling an ace out of 3 stacks of 13 cards. And what it does for me is I'm looking for how many aces we get in those 13s. And I have found that in yes or no questions, that can work really well. I have a couple other techniques that I use, but I just wanted to try that out for us. I am back to the 4 of Cups reversed for you. So it showed up again. So to me, that's very much still waiting, still kind of getting anxious and probably even thinking like, you guys, you know, I didn't get it. Like you're starting to have that thought that you didn't get it. I do have an ace. So to me, that's still very maybe. 1 ace out of 3 is still very maybe. And the Hermit reversed for me has me inclined for you to think that you probably don't, but I'm feeling like something is going to show up. So I'm not 100% saying no. I feel like it is still being decided. And then having the 6 of Wands show up for us, which is a nice celebratory card. I feel like you need to keep your hopes up with it. You need to keep your spirits up about it. And if you can't, then distract yourself while you're waiting for all this stuff to unwind and come to fruition or not. But either way, right now it's still very maybe. So I'm sorry to be inexacting on that one, but it's still very much a maybe, my dear. The Kim Winnie, thank you so much for letting me try this out for you. I definitely appreciate that. All right. What do we, we're at 8:41. Oh, I can do super quick news and updates, and then I think we're going to hop right into Flash right after that because of the timing. Huh? Ooh, Flash, just to let you know, before I go into my news and updates, Flash readings are 1 card reading. So you have your question, and I pull 1 card for it. When I pull that card, I answer kind of like immediately what's on my mind. The first thing that comes to mind, the first thing I hear, that is your reading. It's summed up in 1 card, and then I move on to the next question so that I can get a big batch of questions done really quickly before the night is over. So to me, it's getting funny, it's getting weird, it's getting animated. It's I find it wildly entertaining. And until y'all tell me otherwise, I think y'all do too. But for news and updates, y'all. So I am thankful. Thank you for those of you who have purchased some of these crystal bottle necklaces that I've been carrying on my Etsy shop. You guys, I love that you do that. Like I sold a couple over the last couple of days. I sold one today. So you guys are amazing for that. Thank you so much. If you want to know what I am referring to, on Etsy and in a link in this post, so you can totally see it, I am offering fluorite pendant bottles. So these are necklace bottles that you can open. And my suggestion is that you fill it with if I get it open, there you go. Let's twist a little more. There you go. You fill the bottle with your essential oil of choice. If you like aromatherapy, do you do any like magic or working oils? You could use that in your bottle as well. Have the energy of the fluorites or whichever other crystal that you are interested in, and have them combined together for like a little magical wearing as you're going about your day or going about your life or what have you. I personally love to carry essential oil for me while I'm doing tarot work. I have an oil that I love to use. It's ylang. There we go. You gotta say it twice because it's so nice. I love this stuff in regards to tarot because for me it drops me right into work mode. Like I don't know if it literally like turns my brain on, but it feels like it does. So if it feels like it does, I'm going with that. So I keep that in a fluorite pendant, and I wear that to any tarot event. When I leave the house, it's with me. You never know when you're gonna have to start slinging cards for people on the random. So I keep that with me wherever I go. So thank you for those who have purchased. If you want your own, those are available through that link on the Facebook post directly, and you can find them on my Etsy page, which is AV Tarot Market on Etsy. One word and you'll find it. I'm the only one. So it's easy. But also, you all, there are new cards on that page as well. I sell new and used tarot cards in case you'd like to gander. They come frequently for me, so I source often. They are lots of mass markets, lots of out of prints, lots of cards that are easy for beginners, lots of more advanced, like historical sets. So this is a continually evolving collection of cards that are available to you. So always check. My goal is to get up at least 4 sets of cards every day. And I have so many cards to get up onto the list. So there's that store is always going to be changing, was the words that I was aiming for. But yes, it's AV Tarot Market. You can totally find the link in this post or just AV Tarot Market in Etsy. And the last bit is I am offering, or going to be offering, on February 1st, so the start of Valentine's month, the lovers month and such. I'm going to be offering couples services for Valentine's Day. It's going to be like specifically a Valentine's offering tarot reading for a couple, so you and your person. I'm offering 3 versions is what I'm believing I'm going to be doing. So you'll see details here in a bit. I want to offer one service where it's reading for 2 of you at one time. So you both are here on camera with me, working with me 2 on 1. There you go. 2 on 1. And then I also want to work with singles who are looking for that relationship. And then singles who are working on self-love. So instead of looking for others, you're working on improving the relationship with yourself. So those are 3 reading types that I am planning on offering as of February 1st. So this weekend. So you guys keep an eye out for that posting so that y'all can take advantage of some couple readings and some fun stuff. But you guys, thank you so much for that. And I'm glad I was able to let you know my info. But yeah, we'll totally hop into Flash and get it going. Flash. Yeah, I gotta be more specific, because if I just say, oh, I'm gonna flash, that's not what I meant, you know? So let me clarify. Flash readings. We may have to change just the term. Change the term. All right, you all. So pulling 1 card, super quick advice. Throw your questions in now. We are going to finish up going fast. So I want to pull this for you quickly and shuffle and shuffle, shuffle. All right. Also, will you share this video or this feed with your own page or to a group that you think would like it? Share the tarot love. Tarot's not scary. It's not weird. It can be enlightening. It's a great mirror. Share that with someone. It helps my reach. It helps other people know about tarot, about me. And yeah, I think they'll like me. I think they will. All right, Linda, you have some stuff going on with 3 of my 4 girls. Wondering if you see it getting better. Okay, let's see. We're just aiming for better, so nothing too specific here. 1 card. Is it going to be getting better? There we go. What card is this for us? Page of Swords. I feel like it can get better for you, but there's a lot of decisiveness that needs to happen. There's some boundaries that need to be set. There are some cutting off things that do not function, do not work. There's some pruning that needs to happen for it to get better. With this being a nice upright card, it's being a swords, it's getting into your mindset. It still has that ability to not necessarily wish for things to get better, but plan for things to get better. So you're curating a better life. You're creating a better environment. So yes, with the added help of taking care of some details that need to be attended to. So yes. All right, you guys, let's go on to the next question. Terry, will you win 50-50 custody of your son? Let's see if we can answer that in one card. Let's see, will she win? Terry. Will Terry win 50-50 custody of your son? Let's see. 7 of Swords. I'm inclined to think not in the way that you hope for. And the reason that I say that is that the 7 of Swords is kind of a sneaky card. Like, I feel like when that happens, that there is something that is being either said or something that is being conveyed that may not necessarily be to your advantage. So I feel like there might be supervised visits. And so it's not necessarily the 50-50 that you were hoping for. Or maybe it's something a little bit more asinine because somebody said something that they not necessarily weren't supposed to. It's like, really, you have to make that up. It's kind of it feels like I want to cuss somebody smooth out because of what they said to whoever. So to me, it feels like that whoever is saying these words is what's causing some of this lack of 50-50 that you're aiming for. So I really hope that it goes better than that. So totally keep me in the loop because I want to know how that works out for you. But thank you so much for your question, Terry. Jessica, did you make the right choice in picking your new home? 1, congrats that you picked a home, and I hope you moved in soon or have already moved in. Did you make the right choice? So the card that showed up and actually hopped out of the set of cards for you is the Magician reverse. So I feel like when you're saying pick the right choice, it doesn't matter right or wrong. It's kind of you get to create this space to be what you want it to be. That makes it Amazing. That's what makes it perfect for you. That's what makes it quote unquote right. Like, it's not like there's this ordained house. Did I pick the right one? You know, no, there's no one grading you, no one following you with the clipboard saying, nope, you didn't pick the right house. I'm sorry, this is over. It's you creating the right house, the right space, the right situation. But you have all the tools and you have all the ingredients available to you. Even if they're upside down, they're still there. So sometimes when the magician's upside down, they've forgotten how powerful and magical that they can actually be independently on their own without circumstances being 100% ideal, because they create everything they create everything they want. So turn that magician right side up, create that space, create that life, create that, huh? Yes, Melissa says yes, she agrees. You know, whatever she says goes. Mika, with all the hard work I'm putting in at work, will it pay off for me in the end? Okay, let's see. First bit I'm hearing is that you need to decide what that payoff looks like. Once you've decided what payoff means, like deliberately on paper, write down what payoff means for you. Then it gives you something a little bit more tangible to aim for. So if you're looking for promotions, if you're looking for advancement, you taking 6 weeks off from work is not going to get you there. So it's like figuring out exactly what payoff means and then aiming for that. Let's also pull a card, because I know that's what you're looking for. Let's aim for a card. Will it pay off? I think it will, and I think you'll have the help of someone. So it feels masculine, the help of a person, or like the masculine energy person makes offers and comes to the table with like, you want? So yeah, I think it could lean into advancements. I think it could lean into you taking on maybe like a more leadership or more authoritative role within the place in which you work, as the kind of feels that I have. But it feels like it comes with the help of somebody else. So I hope you're networking. I hope you are networking. So yes, I'm doing flash readings. So the people who have just shown up for me, I love that you are here. I'm pulling one card really fast. I'm giving you your read, and we're pulling the next question. So it gives you, for the next 10 minutes. So yeah, let's get you all the questions that we can as quickly as possible so that we can get them all together. All right. Will your finances get better? Let's pull. I'm shuffling real quick for you. Yeah, there we go. My bad. I know you couldn't see what I was doing on this table, and that looks so weird. So I know I'm going to look back at this video and I'm like, Abby, will your finances get better? That's interesting that the Knight of Cups showed up for you as well. I think for you in this situation, what's the Knight of Cups? I feel like there is something that needs to be given. Like, oh, it feels different than before. Knight of Cups. I feel like you need to get some clarity in regards to your finances. Like, because I'm feeling like when I'm holding a cup and it doesn't feel like this, like in the picture where the cup is being offered and handed off to someone else, this feels like more like you have your cup, but you're looking at the reflection of the surface. So I feel like there's some clarity that needs to be had about your finances, and maybe you getting a little bit clear with yourself about the actual state of things, and then taking deliberate actions, deliberate steps, instead of being so emotional or so in your emotions about it. Like, get a little bit more deliberate about the actions and the steps that you're taking in regards to your finances, and then yes, they can get better. The great thing about your finances is that it's mostly math. All right, my dear. Let's see what else, other questions we can get taken care of. Robin, is there a new job in your future? I think always, but let's see if there's a new job within your future. Let's say 3 months. Let's see if within 3 months. Is there a new job coming for Robin in 3 months? New job coming for Robin in 3 months. There we go. What is this one? This is the Knight of Wands. 3 months. I'm inclined to think that yeah. It's not 100% yeah. It feels like a good 70% yeah, because I still feel like you're probably, it doesn't feel like you're looking in the right direction. Like there's something that you've not yet considered. Something that you've not yet considered. That is, so what I'm feeling right now, and when I get stuck like this, I feel like I'm missing a life experience that is 100% exact to your situation. So I'm having a hard time pulling the language as to what it is. But for me, the Knight of Wands has energy, has fire, has vibrancy. He's off to the races. So you're definitely doing the throwing your resume and your applications out there. I love that you're doing it. Keep doing it. Thank you. I feel like within 3 months, Possibly. And the reason I say possibly is because it's very high on like the 70%. It doesn't feel like 100 though. So whatever it is you're doing, keep doing it and do it more. I feel like that will up your ability to get that job faster. And I feel like there's something that you may not have yet considered. So maybe that's a broader scope as to what you're applying for. But yeah, I think 3 months-ish will probably be a good one for you, my dear. But thank you for your question. All right, let me shuffle in while Melissa pulls another question for me. Let's see. All right. Will I get the career with a great salary this year? Will I get a career with a great salary this year? All right. Will you get a career with a great salary this year? What is this one? Ace of Wands. Yes, darling. Now get very specific as to what great salary means. Aim for that and use that in every negotiation. There we go. Situation, every interview. Like, make sure you know, I want 60, I want 79, walk in, I want 102, whatever it is that you want your salary to be. Like, know that, know your worth, know your value, and then add some. Because we always accidentally underestimate ourselves anyway, so go ahead and add some, and then just be willing to stand up for that and make negotiations if you need to around it, but support yourself. But yeah, that's totally, you got to stick, go beat somebody's head with it. You will get the job and the salary that you're aiming for if you ask for it. 10. All right, Catrice, can you tell me if I'm going down the right path with my life and your finances? Let's see what shows up for you, my dear. Let's shuffle. Oh, here we go. What is this? You have a shit ton of fear, my dear. Even just in your question about, am I going down the right path? That tells me you have a lot of fear. The person in this card is holding on to his resources, holding on to his money, holding on to his materials, holding on to things in his life for dear life. And when you're holding on to things for dear life because you're scared they're going to leave you, you're not allowing other things to come in. So in the whole statement of, are you going down the right path? I don't think it's so much of a path, doll. But that's an Abby opinion, though. That's an Abby opinion. So life and your finances, I feel like you're dealing with a lot of fear. And when you're dealing from fear, you're automatically blocking your blessings. You're blocking the things that you want to come to you. You're blocking everything that you're wanting. All you're doing is continuing to want. So you're not actually obtaining anything. So this is a suggestion in regards to life and finances. Maybe work on some of your law of attraction work. Work on whatever those fears are. Work on unpacking those things from, the baggage that we carry, because we all have them. Start unpacking some of those things, and it will start to illuminate and show where the work needs to be done. So that's a laundry list of things that cannot be answered in one card, but that's a good start for you, my dear. But thank you so much for that question, Erica. How does this person I'm dealing with really feel about me? I love that question. Those are fun. How do they really feel? And what I love most is when you go and find out that you come back and tell me that I was either right or I was totally off. Either way, come back and tell me. I want to know. See, now you got me all invested, all gossipy. That's fun. That's fine. Okay. How does this person really feel about you? Feel the person you're dealing with really feel about you? There we go. How does they really feel about you? King of Pentacles. So I feel like this person respects you, which is a nice place to be in. It's not high flying, sweep you off your feet, love you, but it's more of, I respect you. I see you as a person. I see you as someone who has knowledge, someone who has experience and authority, someone who is in a position of power, in a position of place. So I feel like you're in yourself, and they recognize that you're in yourself. It feels good, man. Yes. King of Pentacles. I would just own that one. Thank you. I feel like it feels good. Go find out and let me know. All right, D. Will I get the career? Will I get career I want? Let's see what's going on for you, D. Let's pull one card. Will you get the career you want? Will D get the career she wants? Oh, the Devil reverse. So for me, okay, so the Devil card for me shows up when we're dealing with a lot of fears, insecurities, neurotic behaviors, like old life traumas that are still yanking us around, listening to old stories that we've continued to rehash. Self-limiting beliefs is the big one with that one. So will you get the career I want? Not until you deal with that. Not until you deal with the self-limiting beliefs that you have that you may not even necessarily be aware of, but we all have them. We all got to figure them out before we can make any change to get the things that we're aiming for. So you can, but you got to handle that bad boy first, my dear. Thank you so much for your question. Let's see if we can get one more in. Throw it in, throw it in, throw it in. Couple more in? Okay, she's giving me more. How's my health? Kurt, let's see what shows up for you, my dear. Get a couple more questions in. How's your health? It's a work in progress. Not terrible. Always room for improvement. Like, I don't feel like there's something that's gonna, forgive my crassness, there's nothing that's gonna take you out tomorrow, but it could always be better. So what I'm feeling right off is that your nutrition could be better. So like the things that you intake could, I feel like you're probably like, you know, that fast food I had for lunch. Yeah, I could have dealt without that. So it feels nutritional based to me. So I would look into that spectrum of things, but it's a work in progress and it's a spectrum. So you're working on it, dear, but your health seems fine. Room for improvement, essentially. Thank you so much for that question, Kurt. Is 2020 the year I meet my husband? Ooh, I hope you're out there dating. I hope you're circulating, networking, getting out there. Let's see. Is this the year that you meet your husband? King of Wands. I feel like you're going to meet somebody. It's not hubby, though. It's going to be, it's going to be an insecure little shit that you're going to want to choke the hell out of. So this person that's going to show up, you are going to meet someone. Don't give it a whole ton of stock. I think you'll see those flags, though, and you'll be like, oh, okay, never mind. So you won't put a whole ton of stock into that person, and then you'll probably just let them come and go by the wayside. So not Mr. Right, but Mr. Right now, essentially. But have fun with them. Should I pursue professional boxing or start my own business? Ooh, let's see what shows up and then what the feelings are on that, because I am... how do we do 2 questions in 1 card? Let's just do 1 card, see what feels up.
They are in UK right now.
You're in the UK.
4:40 a.m.
Oh my gosh, it is so early. Thank you for being either up late or up early. Either way, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is so kind. Huh?
Tell the audience what you're responding to.
What am I responding to?
The fact that he's in the UK.
Oh, sorry. I had to tell y'all what I'm getting all pink in the face for. Excuse me. Melissa just let me know that someone from the UK just said it was 4:20 something, 4:40 at their location, a.m. So to me, it's like either thank you for staying up late or thank you for getting up early. Either way, you see me, you see my face. Thank you so much. All right. So should we pursue a professional boxing career or start your own business? Let's see what card shows up for you. I'm going to laugh at this. Whatever makes you freaking happy, man. So it does not matter which you do. What makes you happy? That's like the whole high flying happy card. And who says you have to pick one? Can you do both? Like, actually see if you can. Why not? See what happens. Ashley, will my charges get dismissed on my next court date on the 6th of February? Whoa! 6th of February, charges get dismissed. You're making me work overtime, aren't you? She's like, I am. All right, will the charges get dismissed? Let's see, what is this? Oh, justice, reverse. Okay, so I'm going to have to hurt your feelings temporarily, and I'm going to aim for something different. So I'm going to say this. I hope your charges get dismissed, right? I hope. Abby hopes your charges get dismissed. I don't think they will. So I don't think you're necessarily going to have the book thrown at you, but I don't think it's going to get dismissed. So I'm sorry, but let me know. Come back and tell me what happened, because now I'm invested. Now I want to know what happened. So keep in touch, okay? Thank you, Ashley. All right, you all. If you want to get some private work done with me, some one-on-one readings, I offer video, I offer chat, I also offer email. So those are a couple options that are available to you. You can totally click the link in the post or click the book now option inside Facebook, Facebook business page. You can also find me directly at avtarotreading.com. That link is also in this post. So all the information that you need are in the details. So you can totally find me at any way, shape, or form. All right, you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love this. I love Wednesdays. This is so fun for me. So fun for me. But you all, thank you so much. You take care. Have a great rest of your week. And you'll find me here next week, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'll do some more of this for you. All right, you all. Guys, gals, mwah, love you bunches, or bunches of bananas, as we say in my house. Good night.